All right, now let's talk Gearbox and their plans for Borderlands 4's roadmap. I don't know if you guys are as excited about this as I am, but you should be. Their post-launch plans are a little bit different than they have been in years past. There are two sections here. There's the free stuff, and then there's the paid tier. And I just want to get your reaction because they have changed things up over previous years. So essentially, this week, Gearbox unveiled the Borderlands 4 roadmap, and it's packed with content stretching well into 2026. On the free side, things kick off later this year with Invincible Bosses in Q4, which are raid-style encounters designed for max-level players chasing the hardest fights and the best loot. October also brings the seasonal event Horrors of Kairos, a Halloween-themed celebration with spooky weather effects, cosmetics, and new legendaries. To keep players engaged week to week, Gearbox is adding rotating content like encore boss fights, wildcard missions, with fixed modifiers, and then there's Maurice's Black Market Machine, which shifts location, I guess like Xur and Destiny 2. So you have to find it to get the unique loot. Hardcore fans will also get the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode right after the campaign. And you guys will know this because that is what was Badass ranks in Borderlands 2 or Guardian ranks in Borderlands 3, where your progress there is for all your characters. So it's account wide. And I loved that because you could build it up and then come back to the game a year later. And if you start a new character, they get all the benefits of all of the previous characters.
Diablo does the same sort of thing too.
I love that. I think more games
I do
do that. It encourages more gameplay and more playthroughs. And then in early 2026, the legendary pearlescent weapons make their long-awaited return, giving grinders the ultimate loot chase. So it sounds like they're holding back some of their best top-tier weapons for 2026. So they really are trying to stretch out this content roadmap a little bit longer than usual, which is interesting. On the paid side, Gearbox plans to roll out bounty packs, which are like small DLC drops with a new boss, missions, gear, cosmetics, and vault cards, which are full of daily and weekly challenges. That sounds kind of like a season pass, which is interesting, but it doesn't go away. And then in 2026, two major story packs will land, each bringing a brand new Vault Hunter, a new region to explore, and a darker storyline. The first is scheduled in early 2026 with another later in the year. It's a roadmap built to keep Vault Hunters busy for a year after a launch, if not more, from weekly rotations to raid bosses, seasonal events, and full expansions. What do you guys think? Does this content plan intrigue you at all?
Well, I don't. Halloween.
Right?
I love a
seasonal. I love a seasonal.
This probably is the first time Borderlands has done. Did they do Halloween in any of the past?
They did. They did Halloween and they did Valentine's Day. Weirdly enough, in the last one.
And just one thing that I gotta say, I applaud them for the transparency. I love to hear when the game is going to be supported after launch. They know there's a lot riding on this game. They are putting it all out there. They're making sure players are going to be satisfied, and I appreciate them doing that. I think that's awesome. This does make me more hyped than I was realizing it was going to be, especially the Halloween stuff. That is obviously great, but love the transparency.
I don't want to play this game, but I'm going to have to buy it, aren't I? I'm going to have to do it.
Yes,
I don't want to, though.
I know.
But it's going to drive me nuts seeing you play it on there and me not being able to join in. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. I agree with Lord. This does sweeten the deal a little bit, knowing that there's gonna be this support long after. So those two DLCs, the two DLC packs you said coming in 2026, those are gonna be the paid ones, correct?
Yeah,
and then everything before that is all free content drops. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, except for the bounty packs. Now those are small DLCs. Okay. They're also paid. And what I'm thinking those are coming from, and what that's reminding me of, is Tiny Tina's. I know they bagged, everyone hated Tiny Tina's Season Pass because it was just boss battles. But here they're like, hey, we really like that idea. We're going to take that boss battle, but then we're going to add on missions and all the other things that you like. And we're not going to reinvent a story or everything, like a whole new location. So it sounds like a best of both worlds situation. I did like that, in the previous game, we had 4 DLCs and they were super meaty, but they were a little bit samey. So here, this is really exciting me because at least I know I'm getting 2 meaty DLCs, But then I'm getting something I've never experienced before with the bounties. I'm getting more of a live servicey aspect with these like passes or, you know, things that we can work through. And then I've got the seasonal events and all the free stuff. So yeah, it's awesome.
Wait, did I miss price points on those?
Yes.
Yes. What were they? Were they $20?
They're not announced. They want you to buy. You get all of this in the $99 edition.
Oh.
So
F that. No way that's happening. $100? No way.
Yeah, I know. But the $70 version is still gonna get like the pearlescent weapons and the seasonal stuff and the free tier. You know,
they'll probably do like what? It'll be $15 a piece, probably for the DLC. Then
I think past ones have been between 20 and 30, haven't they?
But they haven't been 30. They do drop in price really, really quickly. But my thing is, do they do one season pass or they break it up? Because you've got the bounty packs, which are small, and then you've got the story DLCs. So those together is probably going to be, you know, something. And then you've got 2 of each. So that's 4.
Yeah. I'm just acting as microtransaction police over here. I'm like, what do we got?
Like, as you should.
No harshing my buzz. I'm super pumped for this game, and you guys need to get on board.
Man, I don't know. I mean, that could really start to add up. I'm realizing if the $100 situation does come with all that, I can see how there could be some value there. I guess we'll just have to kind of see it in action.
Here's the real way you play the Borderlands games, though, is you get them at launch. Gearbox is pretty good. I don't want to burn myself, but they are not the buggiest, although there are some occasional bugs. Then you grind through a character, you play the campaign, you burn out of it. Then you let Gearbox come and deliver all of their DLC and that sort of stuff. You wait for it to go on sale. Then on Twitter, they will have all of their perennial like golden keys, and you jump back in a year later, you get a discount on the software, you get the new golden keys, you start a new character, and you go through the whole thing again. That's how I plan to consume this game.
I love it. Those golden keys are such a ripoff, man. They're so stupid. You were all over those things in whatever one we played. I think it was 2 or 3. You'd be sending those keys. You're like, oh, this key just dropped on Twitter. Look at this key. And I'd use one and I'd get like blue guns or something. It was so stupid. I hated it.
Okay, you're a dick, but B, unfortunately, you're not wrong. Because what happened was, in Borderlands 2, those gold keys were top tier, and they were rare, and they were awesome. But then, Borderlands, they did me wrong. Like
that's what it was.
Yeah, they flooded the market with those gold keys, and they were worth nothing, and they gave you crappy loot. It wasn't even good loot, and so I was just like, fuck. They ruined it.
And I even heard about these gold keys. That's how far this has traveled. I wasn't even playing. Dan's like, gold key? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have the game.
I am a little obsessed with gold keys.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and because in Borderlands 4 we don't know how valuable the gold keys are going to be, you can bet your asses I'm going to be texting you gold key codes just in case there were something. Yeah. And then we find out the economy
right now.
Buddy, you should have blocked me a long time ago.
That is truer words have never been said.